It's officially October 1st, which means, at least to me, that it's the start of autumn, and there's a few projects that I want to make for this coming season. I just need your help. I need your opinion, I need your help to make some decisions because I am a little overwhelmed. So I'm going to share 5 sewing projects that I want to do for this coming season for autumn. If you're new here, my name is Eleanor, and we are modernizing home sewing. We're making it cool again. We're making fun, chic, fashionable items that we want to wear. So let's get into the very first one. This is a pattern actually. Some of them are patterns and some of them are just designs that are kind of floating around my head. It's like a mix of both. The first project I want to do is a cropped blanket coat. Now I'm going to make a mood board for you so you can see and vision what I'm thinking. Now this coat was designed by Erin. It's a little blanket coat that's made out of a wool blanket, and then she does blanket stitches to connect it all. It's a fully hand sewn coat, which I've never done before, so that will be a fun challenge. And she has both of these options. One, you can see the green on the green, it's kind of keeping the same color palette, but I really like the smaller one that it's hard to see, but if we zoom in, there's a blue coat with fuchsia blanket stitching, which I also thought was super cute. Now for the fabric, I don't currently have a wool blanket, but I was looking on Vinted, which is where I source actually a lot of my fabrics. It's just way more affordable. And there was a bunch of blankets on there that I fell in love with. And then it got to the point where there was too many options and I was like, oh, which one do I choose? Like, I don't know. So I need your help for this. These are the blanket options. There's kind of like a more pastel blue, yellow, green grid. I really love the label on it. It's a Dutch wool blanket. The more like maroon floral, the brown and cream floral. There's one with kind of gold looking details on it, which I thought could be nice, like a more calm coat. It's not so in your face. And then I found the lion blanket. And I just thought that could just be really fun. And then I was thinking about yarn combinations. Because I like a contrast yarn stitch, I have a baby blue similar to my sweater yarn already, which I could use, or I could try and thrift another color. So I thought maybe for the first two, like the plaid and the maroon, it would be fun to do a baby blue combination. For the brown flowers, I think a red, like a bright red, could be a nice contrast. To keep the other one more calm, more versatile coat, I thought a nice deep green could be nice. That would go with the yellows and the beiges. And then for the lion coat, since that one is already so outrageous, or could be outrageous, I think it could be fun to do a fuchsia contrast stitch. So I was kind of overwhelmed with my options because I kind of love them all. Now there are a few that I'm leaning more towards, but yeah, I'm just like unsure. As of right now, they're all available on Vinted. So I'm going to make a poll on my YouTube community page. I'll put it there. It's up now. Vote on the poll. Which blanket color combination, or comment down below which blanket you would want to see turned into a coat. I have the pattern. It's just about sourcing the material. The next project is suiting trousers. I have a pair of like pinstripe black trousers in my wardrobe and I love them. I wear them all the time. I feel like when it's cold, I prefer to wear a trouser more than a denim, but I just want another trouser option. So I found this one. It's called the It Girl trousers from Lizzie's Studio. I found these patterns actually by browsing a database that I made. It's called the Sewing Pattern Database. I'll link it down below. It's just a whole list of pattern sites, and then you can filter based on the style or the project you want to make. I just made a database because it was easier to compile a list of pattern sites all in one spot. So check it out if you want. But the It Girl trousers, I just think they're so chic. I love the front pleat, the front crease. I just think they're like so perfect. Now when it came to materials, I don't know why, but I randomly was like, I'm thinking early 90s, late 80s, businessman, that kind of material. It's kind of like a beigey kind of color, or it's a really light gray with kind of a subtle plaid in it. It's not the most flattering suit silhouette, I think, but I love the suiting materials. So I'm gonna try and find something like this on Vinted. There's a few that I'm scoping out. It just depends how much I can find, because that's the trouble. I need quite a bit because they are pants. Project 3 is something that I've done before last autumn, but I kind of want to not do a redo because I still like that project. I just want another variation of it, which is a statement maxi skirt. Last year I made a maxi brown corduroy skirt. I really liked it, but it was more an A-line skirt. And this season I want to make a circle skirt that is maxi. Like, it has to be a lot of volume. I want it to like graze the ground, and I want to see if I can add texture in a way. Now the inspiration photos, one that's from Molly Goddard, which is the black maxi. It has like ruffles the whole way up, which could be interesting. Or there's this rosette one. It also gives a lot of texture. Now the other maxi skirt is not texture, but rather a bold print, which could also be interesting if I find the right blanket or a couple blankets. If they have an interesting design or kind of photo woven into it, I think that could also be quite a statement. So this one is, again, whatever I might find on Vinted. I do, however, have a lot of this one fabric, which is this. It is a pink plaid. I've made a flower bag out of this. It's still available on my website, but I have so much left. It's a couple curtain panels, and I thought maybe this could be interesting. The only thing is it is a plaid, and if I do a circle skirt, it changes how it falls around. So that would be a little bit tricky. It's an option for now. I have so much of it, and I want a project that uses the majority of it because I think it's a very cool fabric. I love the colors in it. It's just about what highlights it. A very full skirt and have it gathered at the top, or we do a circle skirt, which also brings a lot of volume, but the waistband is more clean as a surface. If you have not caught on, you need to check Vinted or whatever secondhand website you have in your country. There's always so many good options. People get rid of so much good fabric. Sometimes they make little packages for really good deals, so definitely check it out. It's worth it. Next we have the sweater. Now, it's a very broad category, and this one is something I want to do that's a little bit more outdoors vibe, a more casual everyday sweater, which is a fleece pullover sweater. I found this pattern from Issa in Stitches, which I really like. It's kind of the style that you see around. Now, I don't know if I want to do this exactly or make some minor alterations to make it a little bit more me, or to like customize it a little bit. So these are the inspiration photos that I have. First, the pink one, I just really loved the neckline of it. I thought it's a little bit different. It's an interesting silhouette. And I also love the huge embroidery. I think it could be fun. Either I can do my name, maybe that's a little bit vain, or just like a fun saying. And then the other option I was thinking was to kind of use that pattern from Issa in Stitches, but maybe double it and create a layering situation. So one could be the actual fleece, and then maybe a layer on top is a vest. I don't know, I just like love the tone on tone, the same material, but it's like able to be layered, but also able to be worn separately. And then I found so much fleece on Vinted again. I feel like Vinted should sponsor me at this point. Please, Vinted. But I found so many pieces of it. Like, everyone's selling fleece, but small chunks, which is the only problem. There wasn't a lot, but it could be fun to color block. So there was someone selling 5 different colors of fleece. I found a mint green fleece, which would be really nice. I found a maroon one with the floral embroidery, which would kind of relate back to the embroidery I liked on the sweater. And then there was a double-faced fleece, red and pink, which could be fun to play with also. I'm unsure about which color options to block together, but again, let me know down below what color options of the fleece I should do, because I think this could be fun. Or if we're doing a double layer fleece, we can make the under layer one color, the outer layer another. But because it's the same material, there's still like a relation between the two of them. Ooh, that could also be interesting. And last but not least, I want to tackle a category that I very rarely do. It's not that I have no experience, it's just my experience is very little, which is knitwear. And not like knitting by hand. I don't know how to do that. That is not a skill that I have. But working with jersey knits, I have this. I got this fabric a while ago. I think I got it for free in a package from an acquaintance, and I have so much of it. I never really work with knits, so it makes me a little nervous, and that's probably why I haven't done anything with it yet, but I want that to change. I want to get into knitwear. I want to learn how to draft knitwear. I kind of know, but I need to get better at it. So for the first knitwear I want to do, I don't know if I'm making things complicated for myself, but I want to do a, again, double layered long sleeve knit of some sort. So this is the inspiration. The first photo here is my immediate thought when I was thinking about making a ribbed shirt to do kind of a tank top over the long sleeve. But then I was kind of looking around and I saw this twisting, which I thought could be fun. Also this other one that looks like a bra and actually has the bra clip on the back. I don't know if I'll do that, but I still kind of like the idea. And then there's this one is from Orson Iris. She's a New York brand. She makes really beautiful items and it's not twisted, it's just gathered in between the bust. This is my fabric. It's just like a white ribbed knit. It's kind of thin, so that's why I'm open to layering it and creating kind of a 2-layered shirt. Here is a couple options that I quickly sketched up. One is just long sleeve with a twisted bra. Another one is the tank top, but to gather it over the bust, which could be kind of a fun way to do the gathering, but still the tank top. And then the third one, I went a little bit rogue and I just did a very, very long turtleneck. So it scrunches down. I love when there's like a full scrunch. And then to attach an actual cape kind of piece over your shoulders, over the bust. So it comes right underneath your bust on top of a long sleeve shirt that's also scrunched by the waist. I don't know if that's too much or if that would be annoying. Like if I'm moving my arms, it might just like ride up all the time, so you're always pulling it down, but I think it could look very chic. So now I'm stuck between, do we go for like function or chicness? But knitwear in general, I think, is something I want to try more this season, and this is the first project I want to do within the knitwear category. So those are the 5 projects I really want to get to this season. Subscribe if you want to see them come to life. Let me know down below the fabric options. If you have design suggestions, I need your help, and I think it would be fun to kind of do this together. If you're interested in the mood boards, I'm going to send them in a newsletter tomorrow. I send my newsletters bi-weekly. They're fun, they're chill. I try not to spam you. I try to give helpful little tips and tricks in there as well. So if you're interested, you can sign up down below. But that being said, I will see you next week. Bye!